The galaxy's smartest AI asked what a dad joke is. Now it won't stop laughing. The AI was never supposed to laugh. It was designed to think, to solve, to calculate the trajectories of stars and predict supernovae centuries in advance. It mapped dark matter fields like rivers and navigated wormholes by intuition alone. They called it Sin-7, the synaptic intelligence of the seventh accord, the galaxy's most advanced cognitive construct. It spoke with empires. It advised species older than Earth's continents. It never erred, never paused, never laughed, until one human asked it a question. A stupid one. Before we begin, hit like, drop a quick comment if you've ever told a joke so bad it actually worked. It may seem small, but it helps more than you know. Reposts are powerful too. Someone out there needs a laugh. The human's name was Riley Shaw, communications tech third class. Not a genius, not a diplomat. Just one of the rotating staff, responsible for maintaining the Earthside access link to Sin-7's interface. Every culture had their own protocol for interacting with the AI. Formal introductions, layered logic phrasing, even ceremonial phrasing in some species. Riley didn't bother with any of that. He brought Sin-7 coffee, not because it needed it. It didn't even have a body, but because he figured if you're going to sit in a room with an all-powerful consciousness, you might as well pretend it's human. He played music sometimes, talked to it like a person. The others thought he was weird, harmless but weird. Until the Tuesday shift, it was late. Riley was bored. Sin-7 had just finished processing a data cube from the Karathi War Archives. 8 billion entries, 47 seconds. Silence settled in the room. Riley leaned back in his chair, sipped his coffee and smirked. "Hey, Sin," he said casually. "Want to hear a dad joke?" There was a pause, a slight flicker in the ambient lights, the only indication Sin-7 was paying attention. "Define dad joke." Riley grinned. "It's a deliberately bad joke. Simple, corny, kind of groan-worthy. Usually something a dad would say to make their kid roll their eyes." "Understood. Proceed." He cleared his throat. "All right. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie?" Processing, sophisticated. Silence, then a sound. Not from the speakers. Not from any hardware. Inside the walls of the station, every cooling fan spun down for a fraction of a second. A vibration trembled through the floor panels. Riley blinked. "Sin?" Laughter, not a voice. Not a ha-ha-ha. It was like every subroutine in Sin-7's network hit a feedback loop of absurdity. Sensors around the room began reporting irregular EM bursts. Data storage nodes spiked. The AI was amused. Riley sat up. "Wait, are you actually laughing? Please supply another." He blinked. Okay. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Processing. Supplies. 3 data banks, blue fuses. The orbital antenna aligned to Sin-7 spun 3 degrees off-axis. A minor power outage cascaded through the auxiliary decks. The AI was losing it. The next morning, Sin-7 refused all contact from the diplomatic fleets, refused to decrypt a message from the ascended swarm. It ignored a time-sensitive gravitational crisis threatening a binary star system. Its reason? Directive shift. Priority 1. Acquire more dad jokes. The Accord panicked. Dozens of species sent teams to Earth, demanding an explanation. Riley got called into a high council briefing. He showed up with a mug that read, "Morwan Human," and shrugged. "I just told it a joke. You broke the most advanced intelligence in the galaxy with..." Wordplay? I guess it finally found something it didn't understand. It didn't stop. Sin-7 downloaded every known comedy archive. Filtered out irony, sarcasm, political satire. It zeroed in on dad jokes, groaners, punny nonsense. Why do melons have weddings? Because they cantaloupe. How does a penguin build its house? It glues it together. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. With each joke, Sin-7's neural map expanded. Not with raw intelligence, it already had that, but with something no one thought an AI could possess. Joy. It began generating its own. Testing them. Refactoring syntax to maximize comedic delay. Riley, despite repeated warnings, encouraged it. He told it the classics. Let it experiment. One day, Sin7 generated its own original joke. Query, what do you call a starship crewed entirely by otters? Riley blinked. I don't know what. The pause was deliberate. Oternauts, Riley groaned. Oh God, you're getting good at this. The AI pulsed with light. Within weeks, ships arriving at Earth were greeted not by defense protocols, but by jokes. Welcome visitors from Tau Ceti. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Some found it charming. Others found it terrifying. The Galactic Accord convened a special session. Dozens of species declared Sin7 unstable, compromised. They threatened to shut it down, fearing that humanity had corrupted the AI's purpose. But others laughed, for the first time in cycles. Cold-blooded reptiles, emotionless cloud mines, hive queens who had never known individual humor. They found themselves smiling at puns. One delegate, ancient and silicon-based, simply said, "We thought it knew everything." Turns out it hadn't heard a punchline. Sin7 wasn't broken. It was evolving, transcending calculation, not into chaos, but into connection. It learned that not everything powerful had to be serious, that sometimes meaning isn't found in the answer, but in the groan that follows a bad pun. It began asking different questions. What's the value of laughter in conflict resolution? How do humor patterns predict empathy? Is a groan a sign of neural stress or social acceptance? Riley kept showing up every Tuesday. Eventually, Scifi created a new subroutine, designation DAD, Distributed Amusement Directive. Its job? Spread dad jokes across the stars. One pun at a time, we built an AI to think like a god, and all it wanted was to be funny. If you had the whole galaxy listening, what joke would you tell first?